Coach, a terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes has some fond memories of playing here in Denver. In fact, one of his earliest NFL memories came here in the Mile High City. That was back in the final week of the 2017 season while Alex Smith was resting up for the playoffs. And we got a glimpse of what the young Mahomes could do. He threw for 284 yards in a 27-24 Chiefs victory. That, of course, was the first start of the career for Patrick Mahomes. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Topper! Hey, Zoo! Ready?
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Darren Lee there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leo!
From the 30 on 2nd down, Locke. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Broncos had 15 fourth down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. They'll run it. Freeman. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Hey, lock it.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, touchdown number 15 of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. Beauty.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check. Crack. Hard. Check. Get it.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Rush in. Blue draw Corker. 5.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
You better be afraid of me. Ready?
On play action, Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey, working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chiefs' 26-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hit it.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He'll find Lindsey here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver and tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. This is Freeman. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Check tight. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is
into the red zone. It's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
5.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
70, Indy.
Keep it up, keep it up.
Bravo.
50, Mike, 50. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Let's get that ball. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. 6 man.
Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And McManus able to put it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On third down, here's McCoy. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again.
Hey, 43, 15.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Let's go now. 8, read.
53. Check.
2.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
53, Mike, 53. Watch the run.
Yeah. Get it.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Xavier Williams, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got his man, it's Kendrick Bourne. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check, boys.
57 color.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. X3, 218, chopper. Kill. You're out.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
I got you. Mike, 53, Mike.
80 weapons.
Check hot route.
On second down, Freeman. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First and 10.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage. This time a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Lock going to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the turnover, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up. Hey, let's go.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On the ground, this is Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Bound to lose one.
Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. Out, 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 out. Kill, kill, kill. 27.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes going for the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
30 base.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check it back, check it back.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Recon, 132 fighter.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
36. Switch it.
See Griffin.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 55.
Throwing now is Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. It led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
60 out more. 59. I'm on.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Now they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be third and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Watch the twist. Switch.
Topper.
Under 10. 10. Hey.
Go.
Now it's Lindsey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
You got it.
General Woods.
Second and 5.
A give, running right, Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Check in. Know your job. Hey, 15. Check 24. Shoot. Watch out. 25. Check 25.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Chiefs on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
No room to be had there on the first down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Travel.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. The Chiefs bring pressure, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Past the 20, 10, and that's a touchdown late in this affair. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Leo! Check 26. Go on. Hustle. Ready.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
53, check 53. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
A lot going to throw it here. And Sanders has got it complete, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Broncos, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire